This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports in Chaco. We're here at the public workout and we're delighted with joy once again with Kurt Walker. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good. How are you?
Fantastic. I guess it's a busy week between the Commonwealth Games and obviously this. It's where do you find a minute to eat? I guess probably for you it's easier because you don't have to nearly probably eat as much this week. But I guess obviously you're plenty of eyes in the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, I like watching amateur because I was involved for so long. I've been watching some great performances. Duke Gallagher, great performance. Carly Manal was a great performance as well. I thought split decision. I thought she'd won it easy, but yeah, I've been watching. I've been enjoying it.
And I guess obviously trying to, in some ways when you're watching that, do you forget that obviously it's a fight week for yourself, or does that help watching boxing? Obviously, fighters you've been around a lot of your career, does it sort of keep you away from the fact you're fighting this week and probably thinking of food?
It's just, I don't know, I just have a keen interest because I was there so long. I just like to see results. I like to see what they're going to do. You know, I'm really interested in it. So yeah, it's just passing time by too, keep me busy and just getting the weekend.
Obviously, as an amateur, you've seen so much of obviously professional boxing. You know, with Frampton, Burnett, and obviously Mick and everything else. How obviously great does it be to be back home and obviously having a workout here today, but more importantly, a venue you've probably been in drunk and sober on fighting on Saturday night?
Nah, brilliant. I think that was the last time I fought in Belfast. Was maybe 2015, if it even was then. 7 years, because I didn't fight no Commonwealth qualifiers. I was injured, so on the Irish seniors. 2017 was my last in Ireland. 2015 in Belfast, I think. So for me to come back here, it's massive. People support me all them years, watching me fight in Russia, wherever I was. And now they can actually support me back home is a big thing for me, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think a lot of your fights people are having to watch on TV. I'm obviously more excited the fact that I get to see you in person as well. You probably had a start to boxing that you probably couldn't have dreamed of. You know, I know when we've last spoke, you obviously fought on Taylor Catterall. You obviously fought on Fury White in Wembley. Like, how could you imagine obviously turning pro and having such a great start?
No, that's just Top Rank. That's why I wanted to go with Top Rank. Big opportunities, Conor Boxing, who can get me these opportunities. It was perfect. Obviously the New York fight did go through with my eye, but I'm in no rush. I didn't want to. I could have probably fought, but there's no point taking risks, and then I could be out for Belfast. My main goal was to get back here and fight, and that's why I just made the decision just to take it easy, and I'll hopefully get out 1 or 2 times after this. So I'm looking forward to everything.
Obviously you've a great opponent. It probably came from sort of nowhere. I was sort of speaking to Jim and he was sort of mentioning another opponent that wasn't announced, but obviously you're fighting a guy, I think he's at about 6 years out and come back in the boxing again, and at one stage he fought for a youth world title as well. Is these a fight that sort of, I guess your first 2 fights are sort of getting adjusted into professional boxing, but these are the fights now you want to progress quickly because you're a highly established amateur and everything else. These are what you want.
100%, you know. Because of his absence, we don't know what he's going to bring, but I do know he'll come to win because he had 18 wins. He only had 3 losses, so at one time he was a prospect and a very high one. So I need someone to get the best Kurt Walker. There needs to be someone who's going to test me or even try their best to test me so that I can exploit their mistakes. That's the best way I box and always have. Whenever I'm fighting lower level opponents, I kind of stoop down maybe. So this is perfect for me at the perfect stage too.
I was sort of speaking to D. Walsh sort of about it a bit yesterday because obviously he's a purist and stuff as well, and you know the more that you stay at that sort of level, you've been so used to fighters coming to fight and obviously sort of punch and move sort of, and you're fighting opponents that are just negative and they just want to survive probably more than anything. So to get an opponent that's going to come forward and obviously going to want to win, that's what you want because you want to be able to showcase what you're all about. 100%,
that's it. I want someone to come and win, so just like I said, I can exploit their mistakes and what they do. And it looks, people in the public, they don't like to see them kind of fights. They want someone to have a go, so it's a great fight as well. And hopefully I do the business in style, it makes it even better.
You obviously not only have Mick now in camp, you have obviously Lewis in camp with you there as well. I guess it obviously brings that sort of back home feel to London. How's obviously, I guess probably everybody's going to ask how's Mick been obviously since defeat. I guess he's been honest with the fact that fatigue sort of wore him down in the end up, but have you seen anything different from him from before the wood fight to now?
No, it's like nothing's changed. If anything, he's more hungry, you know. He doesn't want to leave any stone unturned. He doesn't want to have any excuse, which he always has been, but he's just making extra sure of that now. You wouldn't even have knew it happened, to be honest with you. He's more focused now and he knows what he wants, so he's been great in the gym.
Whose fight, obviously, other than your own, are you looking forward to seeing the most on Saturday night?
McKenna, I think. Because McKenna's always in the war, and Jenkins, Jenkins is good too. He'll come to fight anyway, so he'll not go down easy, and it'll be a great fight.
And obviously, I guess the domestic fight as well. Obviously, your former teammate and James McGivern from obviously your amateur days is obviously fighting Tony McGlynn, and then you've Colin Murphy and Rudy Farrell. Is it good for you to see that obviously good domestic fights in there? Does it give you a flavour if you want some of that?
100%. Jamie said when he was making this show, he wants it to be the biggest card in Ireland, and I think it is. Domestic fights is what you need on cards, I guess, because you need to draw a crowd, and people love to see people from the same place fighting, and it's brilliant. I hope to be involved in one of them maybe in the next year or so. We'll see what happens, see what route I go, but yeah, I think they're class.
Would you sort of sometimes not being sort of too overconfident, but probably maybe sometimes the level of opponents you may have, that you probably pass that sort of, you could be past that level very quickly, particularly with the opponent you have on Saturday night. You would go on, well, Craig, I'm past this level already, where do I go sort of next? And I guess the good thing is Jamie will match you well.
Yeah, Jamie will match me well, and I think you'll probably see the best of me. Out of all the 3 fights now on Saturday, I'll probably be the best I am now, which is a good sign of what Jamie knows anyway, of who to put me in with, and then we'll just further on with that and get better and better people every time.
Have you pictured obviously the ring walk for Saturday night yet? Obviously you've been there and obviously seen everybody else, and now it's your time to walk out with the big lights on in the SSE up. Probably a fairy tale sort of moment for you, the fact that you've done everything as an amateur. You're now obviously coming in and you're going to be walking out at the SSE, and for once you're going to be sober in the place.
Yeah, I'm always sober. I don't drink.
You're like me, no drink at all.
No, actually, I was thinking about loads, but this week I actually haven't thought about it much. I don't like to waste too much energy on that. I just like to take it every day by day, and just when it comes, I'm excited though. I'm excited. I've thought about it. I have thought about it, and I just can't wait to get in, mate.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time. Obviously, enjoy soak it all in the rest of fight week, and I'm sure we'll obviously see you on Saturday night when you go 3-0.
Good man, Stephen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Kurt. Thank you.